Salutations, Power. It is I, Smiggle4, here once again to review another Hero Factory set. This time one of the new villains, Meltdown. Wonderfully, deliciously radioactive looking fellow here, just oozing with toxic grime for the front of the box here. The front of the box shows a big CGI picture of the fellow in question, this glowing single ocular receptor, I don't know, and tubs of radioactive waste, spraying a stream, all kinds of things. Has the general piece counts and all that jazz on the side. The back, in a departure from usual LEGO fare, doesn't go into a whole bunch of detail, but just shows another big CGI pic of him battling Jimmy Stringer, who is the coolest ever. And then it shows his weapon being fired, how to fire it there, and different strength and things. It's the sides of the box, because this box is actually wider than most LEGO boxes out there. At least of this. So this is actually kind of a new box size, as far as I know. And it's the sides that have the warnings, the piece counts. Well, there's a piece count on the front, and all the jazz that usually finds on the back of the box. And there's an actual size thing here at the top, which, as we know, often is not quite actual size, but we shall see. But aside from being a new box size, it's pretty standard fare. It fits within the Hero Factory aesthetic, and it looks pretty good to me. I'm just so excited to crack this thing open that I think let's get onto it. You just punch your finger through the punch tab there, toss the things out, and we'll see what we've got in the box. I got an instruction booklet, usual. What is this? Something that says to be inserted in the building instruction. I have no idea what that's for. Sticker sheet, a big bag of parts, a little bag of parts, and some delightful looking lime green pieces, and a Hero Factory body. Wow, let's crack this open and see what kind of pieces we have. Looks like within this bag, we've got standard axles, connectors, things like that. Red Baraki, blue pins, things like that. Here's where the magic happens. It's the bigger pieces. Lots of delight. This is classic yellow, and I'm very happy to see that. Looks like lots of new mold pieces here. Let's see what we've got. We've got these big radiation tubs, which are pretty nifty. And I haven't seen these before, so I think they might be a new mold. See, we've got the Thornax launcher pieces in black, which is great. Lots of leg armor in yellow. There's Zamor in dark green, solid green. I think that's new. This claws in yellow. And these brand new armor pieces here. That's fantastic. Metru legs in yellow. Have those been released before? I don't think they have been. But it's definitely a welcome new piece for me. And I believe these are from the Ben 10 sets, released in black here. That's some more Deacon X. A single dog bone hip joint. Those aren't very common anymore. One of these in black, which I approve of. Yeah, definitely a whole horde of new and interesting pieces here, or just old interesting molds and new colors. This is kind of a landmine. Here's the new face. But overall, it's not a ton of pieces. I think the set comes with 50 pieces total, I believe the box said. Yeah, and so not a whole lot new, but lots of wealth in what we have here. So, but seeing what we all have laid out in front of us here, let's get to the building. Alright, I've got to say, this set is super cool. It's one of those cases of the set in person actually looking even better than it does on the box. The box, he looks a little gangly, But he's actually looks pretty tough, well put together in person. This pieces are really solid, and I'm glad, which is kind of an aesthetic that Hero Factory has been having altogether. Something I noticed in my review of Jimmy Stringer is that he kind of took all the problems that Bionicle had at his price point and improved upon them, as the heroes tend to. And I'm noticing that a lot in Meltdown here too. The build was actually a lot of fun. It was much more like the $15 set kind of price point, like or $15 to $20 price point, like Nocturne. That it was not super complex, but it was still intriguing and still fun. So it was fun to put this set together, a lot more than the Bionicle canister sets of the past few years. This was substantially more fun. Insofar as just a good toy, a good buildable action figure, I think Meltdown definitely delivers quite well. It actually fixes some of the problems, as I said earlier, that the price point had. The complex, semi-complex build is one of them. Another is the ankle armor here. Using it on a Metro leg makes it shake around a lot less than it does on an Anika leg. If you check out here, and it still shakes some, which isn't great, but it's a lot better than on the Glatorian and whatnot. He's got some neat weapons. He's got these pincers in addition to the little launcher weapons and stuff, which are articulated. And he's got a full range of posability, including the head, which is actually attached like this. The headpiece looks like it could be used as a Bionicle mask too, which is fun. Definitely an imposing looking one. A couple of things that I don't quite like as much. I wish the tubs on top had lids so that it didn't look like his stuff was going to slosh out all the time. Because I wish that there wasn't the exposed ball here. It's kind of not too great design in my opinion, but it's forgivable. I wish the launcher here were attached a little more securely so that it didn't swing like this. But these are all minor complaints, and I think overall Meltdown really succeeds as a buildable action figure. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, I think he's a lot better than Bionicle's output for the past few years. And all of these little flaws, this being Lego, they can be fixed with some amount of mocking prowess, and so I'll certainly probably be fiddling around with my figure here, just like I added some armor to Jimmy Stringer. Meltdown's fun to play with. He's a little bit on the pricey side, but we've been paying this much for Bionicle canister sets, and this is a better package. So if you're willing to shell out that kind of money for a Glatorian, then I definitely think you should be willing to shell out that kind of money for Meltdown here, because he's a lot better. And, anyway, that's all I've got to say today. I don't regret my purchase, and I'd even say I recommend it. Until next time, BZPower, see you later.